Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody.
Hello, really great.
Sorry, we are a little bit late. We got to talking back in the green room, and you know me, blah, 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 right?
Bad idea, lab.
Drop said he was in here earlier and he can't stay tonight. It's their metal detecting club, so I totally understand.
Hey, James Elder.
And my muddy mess, she dropped in. I know she's probably lurking in the background because tonight's usually game night with her family. Oh my gosh, there's that Angie and Rick people. Bad idea, Lav. Miss Susan.
Hey, Jackson.
Okay, mate's calling you today, Susan. Gosh, I'll tell you about all this. No. Detecting Saga. Hello, Saga.
Hey,
I'm just going to call her Saga. I like Saga. Miss Georgianne. That's my girl, too. Oh, you want to come say hi? Here. Say hi, Bella. Bella, up here. Say hi.
Hey, Charlie.
Oh, no.
Hey, Rick.
Oh, no. It's the Charlie. Charlie Chaplin of the Treasure Fam. Oh, my gosh.
Hey, Richie.
Richie's in the house. Guys, I tell you what. I've got in the basement right now, I have got a wonderful couple. I'm telling you. And I don't remember if I've ever seen them up on a chat before. But I just wanted to get to know them more. And I noticed on the channel link, they are at 193 subs. Now we should be able to do a little better than that right now. Hang on here a second. I am going to click buttons. Hold on. Oh my gosh, everybody, hang on.
Hey, Flow Farm.
Flow Farm, hello. Bella, your butt's getting bigger and bigger, girlfriend. You're pushing me off the table. Oh, good Lord. I don't know what just happened there. Yeah.
What?
I got to go out of that one. Yeah, I hit a button, okay? I did.
She's pushing buttons again.
Yeah. I'm sorry, people. I'm trying to type and Bella's moving my computer at the same time. Okay. Now let's try this again. Oh, gosh. So bear with me just a second. There's the other Susan. Hello, hello. And now I am going to hit enter. And I am going to pin this to the top of the chat. Guts, sister. He's just about pushing everything off the table. Don't you dare. Yo. I got to watch because if I'm not careful, she'll unplug my mic. Oh, Flow Farm to Susan to Suzanne. Oh, wow. Hello, hello, all of you wonderful people. Digging it back. Zaxxon acting like Angie. Oh, my gosh. He's a great person. Anybody but Charlie. Hello, hello.
Rick, who's that lady with the annoying voice?
That's the lady that's coming to haunt you in a couple of weeks, boy. But anyway, as I was saying, BNS Odyssey and Treasure Hunter Neal, we all know Beth and Neal. They are such great supporters of all of our channels. And they're the type of couple that when I first met them, I don't know. I felt like I felt a connection there. I felt like they were kindred spirits. And I don't know. I just, you know me, right? And so tonight we actually because of the schedule and everything, we haven't been able to get to do this before. And I am so looking forward to this. But ladies and gentlemen, I will shut up and I will introduce you.
About time.
Oh, you got your big boy pants on now. Charlie's here, huh? Yeah, I see how that goes. Yeah. Rick was going to retire in July, but I think now it's going to be postponed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Susan, we will be in Florida. Rick goes back to work on the 24th. I've got to be here for the 21st for a meeting with him. And then, boom, I'm out of here. That's all I got to say. There's snow outside and I don't like it. So anyway. But anyway, guys, without further ado, I want you all to meet this amazing couple. And they've got a surprise for you later tonight, too. So hang in there with us, guys. You never know when we're going to pull out the surprise. So don't take off. James, I know you hate the verticals, honey, but right now, until I can get out digging and stuff, this is how I get my shorts so that I can still at least do the shorts. And so Jason E. Minor, there's another one. I keep trying to get up here. He's so bashful. But so I know hopefully we can get away from doing the verticals here pretty soon, especially if we can get a but anyway, it's one of them things. Hi, Scott McClory. Stick around, you don't want to get McCloried. But anyway, guys, I'm going to shut up again. Ladies and gentlemen, there's two amazing people, Beth and Neal. Let me get them up there on top. Hi, guys.
I didn't think we were ever going to get here. No.
Oh,
Thanks for having us.
oh my God. Like I said, I've been reaching out to you guys for a while. And
Yeah. But see, the issue is Neil's schedule. He doesn't get his schedule till Friday for the next week.
Yeah.
So we don't.
And they constantly changing it. I'm practically on call.
Yeah.
And when I do work, I'll work 14, 15 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. There's
So
a new
hard to schedule.
star.
It's not uncommon for me to get 40 hours in 3 days.
Yeah, and he does have to work tomorrow, but he happened to be off today. When you said this morning that you needed a guest, I was telling Neil, I was like, Neil, we should do it because we may not get a chance to do it again.
Yeah.
I see. We do have a couple in here, new ones. Yeah, no political stuff. You're allowed to stay, but no political stuff. We don't want to ruffle feathers. I think Zaxxon's on there, huh? I think Zaxxon's got our back, boy. Thank you, Zaxxon. Star says, what y'all doing? Yeah, 5 Mile. Charlito bringing the roast tonight. Yeah, right. And we were just talking nice about Charlie, were we not?
We went down. We went down to Florida, met Charlie and his wife, and don't let Charlie fool you. These letters mean Dolores is boss.
Yeah,
that's right. Dolores is boss.
I got mine.
All right, now I like tacos. We're getting a bunch of trolls in tonight, but hey, at least that's interaction. If you're going to troll me, at least hit the thumbs up, right?
Right.
Oh, we try to give everybody a second chance unless you start doing a lot of
if you're gonna troll, send out super chats.
That's right. Go ahead, make me mad. Who is Charlito? Star, that's a friend of ours at Digging It Back. His name is Charlie, but we give him a hard time and we call him Charlito, or we call him Jerk, or we call never mind. But anyway. I love giving we love giving each other a hard time, but in a fun, playful way. I mean, some people would say God, you all don't like each other at all. Well, actually, that shows that we do like each other.
Right.
Yeah.
We would pick on you if we didn't love you.
And I have got to show something off. What does digging it stand for? DIB stand back. Stand for.
DIB,
His channel is digging it back.
digging it back.
But we tease him because his wife's name is Dolores. So we say that it stands for Dolores is boss. So, but anyway, and Neal and Beth got to meet him last month, you said, and he gave him a hat. So, yeah, Danny
Yeah.
D, words are hard, right?
Yeah.
But I've got to show y'all, I've got some mail this week. And look at what I got in the mail. Look at this. Can you all see this? And I was showing Rick today, it's got the blues and the purples and the lavender. It's got our channel colors. And I said, I had to show this because I got a wrap up in it. But isn't this just a beautiful throw? And I can say it was hand done by a beautiful lady. Thank you,
Aw,
Miss.
thank you.
Yeah.
I love it. And my dog's Bella, when she seen it, she's like all excited. I'm like, nope, you ain't getting on this one. You know, this is mine, you know. And I told Rick I'm going to take it to Florida with me so that when we do our reenactments, I'm also going to wear it like a shawl, you know.
I might have to make Bella one of her own.
Yeah,
What's her favorite color?
pink. She's a pink princess for sure. And but yeah, see, I love it. It's so versatile. And I mean, I love all of this kind of stuff.
Charlie, is Angie causing trouble?
Purple. Oh, I know. Isn't it just gorgeous? Can I get it close enough for y'all to see
Mark,
it?
MB.
That is, I mean, I am so tickled with this. I got your word. She's like, I'm sending you something. And I'm like, okay, I wonder what that was. And when the came in, I'm like, what in the world? And I opened it up and I'm like, mine. Rick says, well, can I at least see it? And I held it up. Said, okay, you seen it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
I do. I love it. And it, like I said, it'll go with me because this will be a lot of ways I wear it. It's like, yeah. And I actually got some clips in there that I can clip onto it here. Star says, okay, I got a sub. Thank you so much. And Star,
What is going on?
page something. Wait a minute, Rick's getting weird.
I'm frozen.
He's frozen over there, huh? You may have to go out and come back in and all that good stuff. Crafty, but that makes those very beautiful. That I mean, I do. This is one thing I cannot do is crochet, and I have got one that I've got. Oh, Rick's back in. As soon as I see him in here, I've got one that my grandmother made me back in '84. Okay, guys, mute your mic. Oh, I can do that from over here. I got you. And it had the raised roses on it. And right after she got that one made, she got Alzheimer's and could never remember how to do it. So I've got the one and only she had ever did. And I've got it boxed up and kept put up. Diesel mechanic, I wouldn't use a stapler. I like, I don't know, diesel mechanic. Pass load. That's yeah. I know. Pass load is. Yeah.
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 They got gas cylinders.
Okay, Star. I'm glad you
Now.
so anyway, I'm glad you stopped by. And yeah, you'll find a lot of us are crafty. We just usually don't show it too much. And Beth actually got one of my paintings.
I
That
did.
I did, and I actually working on another one now. It's got like the fall colors in the mountains, and then I'm working on some Christmas sun catchers. I know it sounds weird, right? Christmas and sun catchers, but I'm hand painting those. So so look for those in the near future too. And I think I'm going to make them like individual like ornaments. Even though they'll be bigger, but um, anyway. But anyway, so Neal, I know
Yes.
you drive truck,
Yes.
or you do deliveries, right? Are you
Yes.
still delivering granites?
Yes.
That has got to be a tough, tough job. Do you have to unload and load and all that stuff also, or do the companies have people for you to do that?
No, that yes, I load and unload. Uh, it's done by forklift because those slabs weigh 1,000 pounds a piece. So I'm just hooking the clamp up that's on the forklift.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't do the hands-on actual unloading and loading itself, but he assists them to do it.
Yeah, and then I strap down the slabs so I could drive on the road.
Yeah. Diesel Mechanic says they're from Alaska. Oh, and I think I'm freezing. Danny D's just connected with Neal and Beth. Good, good, good. I appreciate that, guys. One of the things we like to do here with these interviews and with this channel is help the treasure. We call it the treasure fam. Help the community grow. And it says cruise in Alaska. Yeah, they actually. You all just took a cruise to Alaska, right?
Yeah, we did. That was a YouTube organized thing too. There was a couple of guys that became friends, and they wanted to go on vacation together. And they said, "Hey, why don't we see how many people in our YouTube community might be interested?" So they got enough people interested, and they got a deal with the cruise line and organized it for like 2.5 years. We planned it. So that's how we ended up on that deal. And I really, really wanted to go because that was on our bucket list. And I didn't know any other way we were going to be able to go on a cruise. And it was nice because it was our first cruise and our first time out of the States, the mainland. And it was nice to be able to go knowing there were going to be other people on the ship that that you're not just there by yourself or with a bunch of strangers and have never done it before. So I loved it. We didn't want to get off the ship once I got on.
Yeah. We've been with that homesteading and off-grid community for about 6 years.
Yeah.
And we went to several meetups, right around 10 meetups.
We've been, yeah.
And it was the same bunch that we camped with as the ones that was on the
that
went on the ship
on the cruise. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, a bunch of people we had already met, and a few we hadn't had a chance to meet yet. So it was really, really nice.
Yeah. Perfect weather.
Oh yeah, weather was perfect. We couldn't have asked for any better weather than what we had that week we went.
I want to say hi here to my favorite abnormal. Hello, Mark. He says, I'm talking about freezing, and he's up there in the Great White North.
Well, y'all keep that Great White North in the in the north. It's great up there. It's not great in the south. Okay.
Hey, hey, Angie. After we talked on the phone today, guess what I went and did?
What did you do?
I mowed the yard.
Went and mowed the yard.
He went and mowed the yard after we talked on the phone.
Oh,
Well, he's been metal detecting it. I guess it's about time he mowed it.
Yeah.
Rick shoveled some snow off
I
the floor.
off the porch.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about the channel and stuff, and I know we I don't remember exactly when it was. We started our channel toward the end of the year in
Hey,
21,
Texas.
21, 22, 21. But we haven't really been pushing our channel because when we started it, our content was intended to be something different. Uh Treasure Hunter Neal, when he signed up for YouTube, it was like you need a username, and we had no idea about channel stuff when we got into YouTube. So we just thought it was a username, didn't know it was going to be an actual channel. So it was just his handle that he used to get on YouTube. And
Right.
of course, I was using my name, but then we got to the point where we did a few meetups and decided to go ahead and do a channel. And we didn't really have a name, so we bounced that around for a couple of months and finally came up with the name and got that going. But right after we got our YouTube channel going, which was going to be he was in the truck and we were over the road then, and I rode with him, and I had been riding with him at that point probably 7-8 years or so, or 6 or 7 years, whatever it was. And I didn't get to see my grandkids very much, so I was just going to put some, like trivia stuff and places that we went in the truck and stuff on our YouTube channel, and video some of our travels and stuff, just to do a video record for the grandkids. And that's pretty much what we started the channel out for. But after we got the channel publicized and launched and everything, we didn't get to make any videos. We were still in the process of figuring that out, but Neal got real severe sciatica, and at that time didn't know what was wrong, but it got so severe that he couldn't drive anymore. So at that time we had a lease on the truck. We were about 3.5 years into it, and we got so far behind on the lease with his condition, we lost the lease on the truck.
Yeah.
And that devastated us because we didn't have anything together. We were homeless when we met. I moved into his van with him. So our pretty much our investment together was that lease in the truck. So our plan was to pay that lease off and sell the truck, and that was going to be our little nest egg that we could maybe get a few acres of land and do a shed to house, a tiny house or something. That's kind of how we got into the YouTube community on the homesteading side, because we were watching those kind of channels doing that stuff.
Yeah.
But after he lost the lease on the truck, he found out he had 2 herniated discs in his lower back. And yeah, it was difficult. So he went through several different jobs before he got to where he is now. And I wasn't riding in the truck with him anymore. So basically the content that I had intended putting on our YouTube channel went down the drain with the truck. So it's just been one of those things that changed our intent and how we started. So I haven't really done very much with the channel on the BNS Odyssey on our channel. And like I said, he hasn't put any content on his channel because he never
Well,
he never
I have a
intended it
channel.
to. Yeah, he didn't intend for it to be a channel, just a username.
Yeah, I plan to make it into a channel.
Yeah.
Right. Well, see, that's like me and Rick. We did ours to leave our memories, basically, like you was talking. And he's got, Rick K, but he's still part of Angie and Rick. Same thing. Neal's got his channel, but he's still being us. Beth and Neal, us, Odyssey. And I love the thing when you said we put the odd in Odyssey. So us. You know. And I love it because, people, me and Rick are so different that people were like, nah, it ain't going to work, even
Yeah.
though he says the country, I call it the cityfied country.
Yeah.
He's like, I was raised on a farm. Yeah, they milked cows when he was little and stuff like that. But he was still from Pennsylvania, and I'm totally country, and I am I'm an independent type person. And
Right.
he was like, he wanted me to say, "Oh, I need you to help me with this," and I'm like, "Dude, get out of my way, I'll do it myself."
Yeah, that's kind of like Neil and I. That's funny. He's from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm actually from Slidell, Louisiana. And he grew up more in the city, but it was still, I guess, countrified. And
Yeah.
and and when I first moved away from home, I moved to Houston, Texas. Don't know what I was thinking. Oh yeah, I wasn't.
Mm.
Anyway, so I call myself a city-fied country girl, and I call him a country-fried city boy because we're
Yeah.
both kind of country. But it's amazing because we're so different in a lot of ways, but I mean, in some ways, but we're so alike in other ways.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
w- yeah, we have enough interests together that and I'm pretty flexible on a lot of things. So I just take interest in things that he's interested in. But I like doing a lot of things. So we just kind of click together.
Yeah, I like
But
it. Joe
anyway.
says Tulsa ain't country.
No.
No,
Um,
no, it's not because he grew up right around the corner from where the Gap Band is from. And,
oh,
and and it's not country, He had the thing where you had to be home when the street lights came on and stuff, and we're so street lights. What the heck is a street light?
it's like, okay, let me drive an hour down the road. We'll find a straight line.
Right. We barely had we didn't even have gravel roads hardly to ride bikes on. We didn't have bikes. We trade barefooted through the woods.
Mark says,
So,
I'm
but yeah,
city
he
country was across the road.
right. But he's really I really don't consider him like a city boy because he's so outdoorsy. He went through Boy Scouts and stuff growing up, and he's got
Yeah, and
enough
I hunted and
and
fished all the
hunted
time.
fish. We
Yeah.
both love fishing. And yeah, I've camped all my life and stuff and he fishes for bass. I fish for food. But we both
Like
love to
you and
fish.
Rick, um, my cousins, they used to race motorcycles, these dirt tracks and
Mhm.
the hills and the jumps and all of that stuff. And we were over there one day, there's like a practice thing, and next thing I see, he's like in the parking lot, the grassy area, and he's like riding it back and forth. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's learned something new. And next thing I know, I look and he's on the track going slow, but he was on the track. I said, have
Mhm.
you rode a motorcycle before? Well, yeah, I used to ride one all the time when I was little. I'm like, well, okay, just be careful, And later he informed me that yes, he did. He rode a motorcycle a lot when he was little. It had no motor on it. They pushed it to the top of the hill.
It had a motor on it, but it wouldn't run.
Yeah, okay, it had a motor on it, but it didn't run.
We couldn't get it to start. Every now and then it would start, and we ran it for a little bit and it shut off.
Yeah, and so
my dad got it.
His idea of riding a motorcycle was pushing it to the hill and riding it down a hill.
Then we finally got rid of it.
And I'm like, dude, really? So that was one of our quarrels when we first got together. My aunt had a motorcycle that she's wanting to sell, and I'm like, man, I'd love to have that. I said, it's perfect size for a girl and all that stuff. And Rick's like, wait, you expect me to ride on the back? And I'm like, well, yeah, because you have no, you have no experience. He's like, I'm not riding on the back. I said, well, I ain't riding with you. And he's like, well, I get it. So it went back and forth all the time. So guess who didn't get a motorcycle? Elsewhere.
Hey, Shane.
Yeah, not a total traitor.
We both like to metal detect, and he got me a metal detector, but we've been detecting a couple of times, but unfortunately we just don't get to go detecting as much as we would like to. But he did a lot more metal detecting before we got together. He's been metal detecting for a long time.
Yeah. Where is your favorite place to metal detect? I mean, do you like parks, beaches, homesteads?
Wherever we find treasure.
I probably found more things that I like to dig, relics and old coins from the vacant lots.
Yeah. Shane says he's not
being where he was. Yeah, he's having an opportunity to detect things like that, and in those kind of places. And he's lived in a few places in the corner of Arkansas, close to Oklahoma. So he's had a chance to detect some in Oklahoma and some in Arkansas.
Yeah.
And now Louisiana.
Yeah, I've detected some cellar holes.
Yeah.
Out in the woods.
Yeah, we would be in the truck. We go all these places around. He goes, oh, that'd be a good place to go metal detect. But we never kept a metal detector in the truck because we never had a place to park. You don't have time to get out and go detect anything, or go get permission. And you're in all these different states when you're traveling around. But man, we would see places all the time, and he got me hooked, and I'm going, oh, Neal, there's a good metal detecting spot. Yeah, and I have never metal detected. I'm like, oh, there's a good spot. There's a good spot.
We ran coast to coast in the 18-wheeler, and I would go down the road. I'll see a real good old building, and I'd point to it and I'd say metal detector.
I always thought I wanted to be an over the road trucker like that, see the different sites and all this stuff. And then as I got older, I realized you're hurrying to a place to pick up something and hurrying back to a place. You don't get a lot of that time.
Yeah. You get to go a lot of places, but you don't get to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right.
We got to see the butt side of Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. You want to know what I call the truck? It's the gel cell on wheels.
He calls it the gel cell on wheels.
That's about right. Randy, have you noticed I'm wearing my bracelet again tonight? I love this thing.
Cool. Yeah, I always wanted to travel, but we've been to every lower 48 state together except Maine. And he had a load to Maine one time and it got canceled. And then he had another load to Maine maybe a few months. He was with this other company before he got with the company that we lost the lease on. But
Mhm.
he got a low domain there. In the morning we were supposed to go pick it up. They canceled it that morning. I'm like, man. So we've been to every state together but Maine and in the truck. And now since we took the cruise to Alaska, we've been to every 50 state except together except Maine and Hawaii. So
Right.
now our next bucket list is probably a cruise to Hawaii. So we'll get that covered. And one of these days we're going to make a trip to Maine.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, where would you want to, if you were given any place that you could to metal detect, where would you want to metal detect?
I've never heard anybody
In the world?
Yeah,
not in the United States.
In the United States. And the whole
anywhere.
world of the United States.
Yeah,
Well,
anywhere.
I've never heard anybody say this when you ask them on the other interviews. I would like to metal detect the White House in Washington, D.C.
That would be
How
cool.
long? Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be.
I think it would really be a good place.
Yeah.
It's like, what secrets could you dig up there?
Right?
I don't know if I
Guys,
want to look at what's in the lawn at the White House.
yeah, it's kind of true. Guys,
Oh,
I
there,
posted the link
there,
for BNS Odyssey again. They are 3 away from 200 subs. So surely we can help them out with that.
Hey,
Donald from
Paul.
Alabama, that say hi to you all.
We
Hello.
appreciate it. Don't have much content on there. I did get involved with that one of our homestead channels. They're called Vineyard Chicks. And they started this about 3 years ago. It's called Survival Seed. And they do a collab and because they thought with, the conditions that the world are in, everybody's talking about being, self-sufficient, growing your own food. And it was like, what kind of seeds could we grow where we could save seeds and,
Mhm.
perpetuate our own gardens and stuff year after year. And that's why they called it survival seeds. How could we, what could we grow where we would have food to eat and seeds to save?
Yeah.
So, I got in on that last year, and those are the videos mostly that we have on the BNS Odyssey channel now. But
Well,
other than
see,
that, I think he's done a review or something. We don't have much on there. I want to do something, but
Hey, listen.
we just don't really have anything. We don't have a homestead. We don't own this place. We don't want to put a lot into it, so we're not building. So we really don't have anything to, do content with right now. But our
hey,
goal, our mission is
you can
to,
teach us how to crochet.
yeah,
You know?
I would love to do that. There's a neighbor girl that's about 12, 13 years old. Uh, I keep thinking, oh, I would love to teach her how to crochet. We've been living here. Actually, this month will be 2 years. We've been living
Uh,
here right at 2 years, and I've never even met those neighbors.
yeah. Uh, you know,
Yeah, the
that's
2 doors
one thing
down. I
about
mean,
um I'm sorry, that's one thing about the types of channels that we have is it's just basically our memories. It's what we want our family to be able to look back on and say, you know what, I remember when mom, I remember when grandma, or I remember when this was going on. I remember doing that with mom. And because I would love to be able to hear my dad's laughter again, or just be able to hear his voice.
yeah,
And that's why we kind of started doing this.
right.
Um, so, that's why you see so much different stuff. And the fact that I'm bipolar, I have a lot of different hobbies. And,
Right.
Rick's going, no more hobbies, Angie.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I love. I used to want to do photography. There's so many things that I'm interested in, but or used to be interested in that I just don't do anymore now. Uh, I have some health issues. I don't have energy to get up and do the everyday basic stuff hardly anymore, much less have a hobby.
Right.
And yeah, I don't work outside the home, so all our income depends on Neal. But he's getting his Social Security right now, and I went ahead and decided to get mine early, even though I wouldn't get the the full benefit. But it's just what do they say? It puts you on that fence. It's just at the point where you make too much to get to get help, but not enough to get off of the fence. So you just kind of stay there. So, you don't make enough to help yourself, but you make too much to get help. And, that's part of one of the problems that I'm having recently with health issues is because I, I need a surgery and I can't get the insurance. I didn't even get qualified for Medicaid. So I have no insurance and we definitely don't have any money. So that's out the window. And I mean, it's obviously not a life and death threatening issue, but it's enough that, it tires me out and wears me down and gives me some,
Right.
pain problems here and there. And, of course, it's feminine issues.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah,
there's
that's
just, those
we were
things that go
talking.
along with that. And it just is what it is. So I'm having to live with it and it's a
Well,
pain.
I'll tell you the same thing that I told Rick before. Yeah, there's a difference in just living with it and living around it. Okay.
Right.
That's like you saw the little video that Rick did, him metal detecting on that little scooter because
On
he
the
couldn't
scooter, yeah.
walk. It's not
Mm-hmm.
that like I tell him, we have to find different ways to do things. With my hernia, I can't do a lot of lifting, a lot of bending, so I have to watch how I do certain things. But the main thing is that we get out and we still do them. We may have to do
Right.
them slower and may have to do them different or in smaller, you know,
Right. Not do as much, not do it for as long a time as you normally
yeah,
would. Yeah.
because I honestly believe that well, this happened to me. Let's put it this way. This happened to me. I felt useless. I felt like a just waste of space. I felt so um,
Understand
you know, and
completely.
so I started trying to find ways that I could do things my way. And that builds your self-confidence up. You may be able to do this much today. You over here. And then in maybe a couple of days, you're able to do this much. And you look back and you think, you know what? I'm not useless. I can still do
Mhm.
this. With my hernia, if I stand for very long, um, it hurts. So, like doing the
Right.
dishes, hey, if I have to pull up a chair and sit and do the dishes, at least I'm doing it. Why?
Right.
Because the dishes need done? No, Rick puts them in the dishwasher and, he'll take care of it. But it's for my
Yeah.
own
He,
mental
he does
stuff.
he does a lot of dishes.
Yeah. Oh, it's the first thing when we started getting sick and I couldn't do as much. Rick's like, I'm buying a new dishwasher because ours had been down for a while.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm getting a dishwasher.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the dishwasher too, but our dishwasher doesn't work, but it's a rent house. The landlord won't fix it. In fact, he don't care.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to spend money fixing stuff for somebody else. And I mean, our whole goal is to get out of here anyway.
Yeah.
He really wants to retire. I want him to retire because, I hate it when he's not here. But, we're just not at that point yet. But we want to get a RV or motor home, and we want to get a motor home because we don't have a vehicle that would tow a camper. So right
Mhm.
now, if we were to invest in a camper, we'd have to get a vehicle that would tow it too. So we figured we could start out with a smaller motor home and invest in one thing. And, one of the vans or vehicles that we have now, we could tow behind it. But eventually we want to get to where we can just scale down, get out of where we are, simplify our life, and just, move around where we want to. And then we can, we've made a lot of friends in our YouTube community and the homestead and, starting in this community. And, we don't like cold. I don't like cold. I hate cold. And like now I would, love to be able to go somewhere where it's warmer, but we can move around and go places. And then we can, if it's too hot in the summer, we can go north. And if it's too cold in the winter, we can go south. But
Right, right.
we want to enjoy some time together while we still have time and not
Yeah,
just have to work ourselves
like
into
that.
the grave and not be able to do anything. So we're trying to figure out. I know
And
it's going to
got
happen.
a break. She says, "Yep, get a camper." Yeah.
Great
Mhm.
time.
Well, see, that's like we were talking on the phone and stuff. Me and Rick, we like to camp in our SUV, even though yeah, it can get crowded, but we
Yeah.
have to scale back. We can't take a lot of junk with us, but we have the tent, the Napier tent that surrounds the back of the SUV. So it
Oh
just
yeah.
makes the SUV like a side room, you know. So we
Right.
can put all of our stuff in the tent and hang
Right.
out there.
Well, we're pretty much going to be living in whatever we get because I want to quit paying rent.
Yeah,
I want to get into something that's ours, and that's right now. It seems like that's the only way we're going to be able to do that. Lord knows we're not going to be able to sign another 30-year mortgage at 60 something
right.
years old, you know? And I don't want that responsibility either. I mean, if we have a couple of acres where we could, uh, have like a move in ready place that we can,
Hmm.
uh, bunk down and get off the road and maybe store some stuff when we're not on the road. I mean, when we are on the road, I wouldn't mind doing that, but uh, I'm tired of giving everybody else our money and we're not having anything or being able to do anything and or get
Exactly.
anywhere. So you're kind of in a catch-22 though. So
Right. Right.
when we go to the YouTube meetups and stuff, that's what we do. We sleep in the van and store all our stuff in the tent.
Yeah, we have a mattress that came out of one of my 18 wheelers,
Yeah,
and we put
Mhm.
it in the van. And our van's big enough where we could shut the door,
yeah.
and we just sleep in the van.
Yeah,
But
that's what we
uh
do in the SUV.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can't live like that. Like I said, when we first met, we lived in the van. I moved into his van with him because that's where he was living.
Well, we
And
both came off of divorces at about the same time.
right, and my ex spent 5 years trying to kill me, and he lost a lot of the stuff that he had. So see, he didn't have a house or property or anything that he ended up with out of his relationship. And I barely got out with my life, much less anything else. So
The state of Oklahoma wouldn't allow me to own anything. You know
I,
why? It was over child support.
yeah, he
They,
had child support
that
issues.
child support ruined my life for 20 years.
And you know what? The sad thing is that they took like $30,000 from him, and his ex only got like 9,000 of
No,
it. And
7,000.
his kids, yeah, his kids only got like $7,000 of all that money they took from him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's all a racket. I mean,
yeah, it's bad.
yeah.
Well,
But what do you
when we lost the lease on the truck, he had workers' compensation insurance. And of course, you can't. There's no insurance you can buy that's going to insure that lease on that truck. So when we lost the lease financially, it devastated us. But uh, before when all of that was happening, they told him at his work because he was injured at work with a two herniated discs, and his insurance told him that he qualified for uh the workers' comp, and he qualified for the what do you call it
The
the
lost
lost
wages
wage benefit
benefit.
or whatever, and they were
Mhm.
supposed to pay his medical. Well, they told him it was going to take them 3 months to schedule him an MRI or whatever. So he needed an emergency MRI, so he had to pay for it out of pocket, and they were supposed to reimburse him. That never happened. They told him he qualified for the lost wage benefit. And 6 months down the road, they're going, lost wage benefit? What are you talking about? You don't
Mm-hmm.
get no lost wage benefit. So
Anymore.
we lost 8 months. We lost 8 months worth of insurance income because the insurance would not pay out. He went through 8 lawyers trying to sue the company. Well, come to find out, it was not official state issue workers' comp insurance. His company had gone with a knockoff or cheaper insurance company, and it was worker comp type
Yeah.
insurance. So they couldn't make them pay. So we lost 8 months worth of income.
Well,
So we were living off our emergency money, which wasn't very much. And right in the middle of that, my son decided to take himself out, and I ended up having to pay the last $1,000 of our emergency money to have him cremated.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got kicked out of where we were living because he had just got this good job, and we were right at the point where we could get our rent caught up with, and our landlord kicked us out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Said he was
That's what it seems like for every good step forward, you get knocked 3 steps back.
That's
You
what I
know.
feel like my whole life. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the way, with Rick, like I said, he's been off since February. And it's like, one thing, you get your hopes up and then boom, get your hopes up
Right.
and then boom,
Right.
and it takes a toll on you physically and mentally, you
Right.
know.
And
Um,
I'm still trying to not let that make me a negative person.
mhm,
And, still try, because I believe in God, and I believe he has a plan. I don't know what it is, but I believe he has a purpose, and somewhere along the way he's gonna fulfill that purpose. I mean,
right,
I believe he put us together because when we met was when I was going through. He'd already separated from his last wife or whatever, and I was going through mine, and I wasn't divorced yet, but I was staying with my oldest daughter, and she was pregnant with their first child, and they got evicted from their apartment and ended up going with grandparents, the paternal grandparents. So I wasn't going with that. I wasn't doing that. So I moved in with my second daughter. Well, I say I moved in. I went to go stay with my second daughter, who was pregnant with her first child, and
yeah,
and her new husband, who's her husband wasn't the father of the child because he abandoned her and said it wasn't his, but she had reacquainted herself with a high school friend, and
mhm,
he had always been infatuated with her.
right,
She was just friends with him, but he told her, he admitted that he'd always been infatuated with her. And anyway, they ended up hooked up, got married, but she
yeah,
was pregnant with her first child, but they only had an efficiency apartment, and they were sleeping in the living room with their new baby. So I could sleep in the bedroom, and I was trying to get my social security card so I could get a job. And because I was staying at my daughter's apartment, the Social Security department sent my Social Security card back 5 times because my name was not on my daughter's mailbox. They
Oh
would
my
not
God.
put my Social Security card in there. So I couldn't get a job. And it took us like 2 or 3 months to get this stuff figured out. Well, meanwhile, my daughter says, Mom, you need some friends. And she gets on this internet. And I said, No, I'm not getting on this dating site. She said, No, you just need, it's just to make friends. She lied. She put me on
God.
plenty. Yeah, she put me on Plenty of Fish. And that's how I met Neal, because I had I had dated this one guy that said he wanted to get serious because I wanted a serious relationship. I don't do this other we don't do the friends with benefits and all that stuff. No, I'm just no, not gonna happen. And I was getting really, really frustrated with the dating thing. And then I dated this one guy and found out he didn't want to get serious. And I knew when he dropped me off from that last date, I wasn't going to ever see him again. And I was done. So I went on the computer to take off my account. And there was a message there. It says, Oh, you want to meet me? And it was from Neal. So I said, well, before I hit that delete button, let me do this one last contact. Well, we connected, and at some point, I guess he trusted me enough to give me his phone number, and we started talking on the phone for 2 weeks. And then one time we were talking, and I said something to him about the message he sent me. He goes, I didn't send you a message. I said, Yeah, you did. He said, No, I never saw your profile until I got your message. I said, I never sent you a message. So he got a message from me that I never sent, and I got a message from him that he never sent, and that's how we met each other.
Oh my gosh. See,
I
that's a lot like
know.
you and Rick. We met online and we dated 2 months and he moved down. I told him, I said, but hey, you're moving down. We're getting married. There ain't no free rides in this life.
Right.
Uh-uh. You know?
Well,
So,
yeah, we talked on the phone for those 2 weeks because he was in Texas, but and I was in Texas because that's where my daughter was. And he had gone to visit his sister. He came back, and we were able to meet up. And we have been together since the very first day we met.
yeah, yeah. And
We have
Scott
been
said
together since
something
that
here.
very first day, and that
Yeah.
was May.
While
It'll
we're
be 13
wrapping
years
things up,
ago.
while we're wrapping things up here, Scott said something here that I do want to highlight. No matter how tough things get, someone else has it worse off than you. And that is so true. At times it's
Yeah,
hard to believe it, and it's hard to keep that in your mind and keep that way of thinking. But it is so true. And that is something that I do try to keep in the foregrounds, yeah, we're going through this, but somebody else is going through something a lot worse, you know.
right,
Um, and it does hard to keep, a positive attitude. And like Fairy does here, says, keep the faith, being patient and believing in the power of prayer. You will see
right,
blessings come your way. God is not a liar. And that is so, so true.
right.
You know,
That
and
that
I'm
has
one of
what
those. I'm sorry, go ahead.
that my faith is what has kept me running my whole life.
Yeah.
So
That is one of the things. And I'm one of these, my ex, well, my late pastor, he passed away now. He used to call me a sassy angel. And he said, because you question everything. I said, well,
yeah,
yeah, I do. I don't want to take somebody else's word for things. I question, I learn,
right,
and so, yeah. And I personally, I mean, I have like everybody's relationship with God's different. And I treat him just like I would a family member. I'm like, I'll sit and talk to him. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know you're trying to tell me something, but come on, could you put it in English where I can understand it? Or, and,
right.
so,
And that's probably why we connect so much, because I feel the same way you did from the very first moment we connected. I just I felt I just felt like you were family we hadn't seen in a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
And
feel like
see,
you were a stranger. I was
there's
just
an
meeting.
excuse.
I felt like we had been just family all the time, and we just haven't seen each other in a while. And that's,
Yeah,
even though, like you were saying, we hadn't met personally or whatever, but for some reason, I
it's
felt
like
that
we know
connection.
each other. Yeah, Do you know where it's a place in Louisiana called Bow Bridge or Bow
Yes.
Yes,
Bridge? How far
yeah,
are you from there?
a long way.
A long
Wait,
way.
300.
Probably, yeah. It probably at least 300 miles. We're in the north, sort of. We're like 20 miles from the Arkansas border.
So you're looking at about 3-4 hour drive.
Yes.
So, but I've been to Bow Bridge. So yeah.
I've got a cousin. Um, I love to death. My cousin Kevin, him and Deborah live in Bow Bridge, and
Oh,
they're
really?
always inviting us down. We never get to go, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, so we have two reasons now to go toward
Yeah.
Louisiana. You know,
Yes.
You're gonna do that.
so. But yeah, guys, before everybody jumps off here, and I know, and I'm running over, and I'm so sorry.
Oh, I
But I've
know. I told Neil I don't want to run into Bill's time, and here we are. And we haven't even gotten to the surprise.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we're going to do that surprise now for
Yeah.
all of you all that are still here. Beth has
Yeah.
something that she wants to bless you guys with. So you want to show them what you have?
Yeah. When we went on the cruise, we had some ship credit left, and I didn't want to waste it. So the only thing open was Starbucks. So I went in there and got some of these these small coffee tumblers or whatever.
Hmm.
I don't know if y'all see that.
Oh, that's
But
pretty.
anyway, they're 12 ounces, and I have three of them. But I want to give one away. But you can pick which one of the three you want.
Okay.
So if
So
you
we
win, if you
outside.
win, I'll show you all three of them, and then you can tell me which one you want, and I'll get that out to you.
Yeah. So I'm going to go in here, and
And
I
yes, Angie, you can enter.
am. I'll be nice. um,
You can enter to win just because you're
I
the
know
host.
it
Don't
makes
mean
it
you're left
very
out.
fun. So Rick's over at punch in hello or something, Rick. Get it now. So I can
Yeah.
steal your cup now. So I've got the giveaway tool. It's been picking up names. So guys,
So
we are
you can pick up names in the chat if you, however you want to do it. Doesn't matter to me.
so anybody that's been in here tonight chatting has entered into this drawing. Only thing is now you still have to be here.
You gotta be here, yeah.
So here we go, guys. We're going to go over here and we are going to hit the draw button. And I'm going to come back over here. Good luck, everybody. Or as in Charlito says, New Horizon, Susan. Are you
Susan.
still in here, Susan?
You in here, Susan?
I bet she is skipped out. Come on, Susan. Still be here, honey. That is the other YouTuber I met at a meetup. And like I said, the one I was telling you about, God couldn't have picked a better sister. That is
Mm-hmm.
my Susan, And so when we get back down to Florida,
Okay.
I'll get to see her again.
New Horizons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know I'm having a hard time seeing the screen. Of course, I'm half blind, and
Yeah.
I have blood issues, and my vision's getting blurry, and it's really blurry today. Some days
Yeah.
are worse than
Was
others,
that-
and today's one of those bad days.
Is that a man or a woman?
No, it's a woman, Susan.
Oh, Susan.
That's what she just said. That was her friend.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Oh,
if you have her, if you have her contact information and we can send her an email or something, that's fine with me if that's what you want to do. Or if you want to do it, just if you want to do it
We're going to play
for
it
someone
fast,
here.
and we're just going to redraw it for somebody here in the chat. Yeah, Mayberry. That's where I met Susan at. Yeah. So let's go over here and we will hit draw again. Yeah, Susan and them do reviews on different campgrounds for especially for disabilities. John Mayo, are you in? Well, right here. He says, I'm here. Hey, John.
Yeah,
So-
there's a delay on our end saying I can't see the little screen, so I'm waiting on my phone.
Yeah. So,
And it's
John,
delaying.
you want to email
Get back
me?
to me.
John Mayo?
Yeah, hang on here just a second.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure enough. John Mayo.
Well, yeah, you have
Congratulations.
yeah, you have my email.
Right.
So you
You can
can email me. Okay, these are the choices. I got one that's it's all green and they're all 12 ounces and they have a lid. I don't think they have straws. They just have a lid, a spill proof top or like a travel. And this one has a little
Little tassel on it.
tassel on it.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the purple. It doesn't have a tassel, but it's the same 12 ounces. Got the spill proof lid for, I guess, like coffee, travel coffee. That's the purple one with an iris type flower.
Okay.
And then I have this green. Oh, it looks like it's got a bunny on it. I didn't notice that before.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah. Oh, it is a bunny. And the little thing that hangs from it's not a tassel. It's a little carrot.
Oh, that's awesome.
Can you see it? Am I too close? I can't see.
No, you're good. You're good.
Anyway, that's your three choices. I guess yellow, green, or purple.
Okay.
We'll call the bunny yellow because it's got the yellow lid. And the plain green one is almost the same color green, but it's all green. And then the purple. So you can let me know in the email or put it in the chat. I can't see the chat right now, but if
He wants a green. The green.
Oh, he wants the green bunny one?
Bunny? Okay.
He has a green
John,
button.
I put my email in there. And
All right.
what you can do is give me, yeah, they're all cute, right? Give me your mailing address and everything, and I'll send that over to Beth, and she can get your cup out for you.
Your green bunny.
And get your green bunny out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Josh said, spill proof lid challenge accepted. That's my boy. If it's spill proof, he can still spill it. So, but guys and Beth, again, thank you so much for my throw. I mean, you don't know.
Yeah.
My boy in here, Josh, he'll tell you how much I love throws, and this is perfect.
Okay, good.
And so
I was concerned that Florida might be too warm for a lap throw, but
no, not in my northern part. Yeah. And then, like I said, when we stay at our reenactments, it gets chilly in the evening. So, Josh says, "Oh yeah,
yeah, because I actually started working on that back this summer, and it took me a little while because it was like, nah, it's too hard to work on it today."
yeah. So anyway, guys, we're going to jump off of here, and I think Papa Roush is over on Rob's channel tonight
because he's not there.
Yeah, because Papa Roush is still in transition, and we got BNS Odyssey at 198 subs tonight. So that is amazing. Thank you guys so much.
Y'all don't make me have to go to work and put content on our channel.
Yeah, and show us how to do this stuff. So yeah.
That's
so now we know.
That's one of my favorite stitch combos right there.
Yeah, and anytime we find extra yarn and stuff, now we know where we can send it.
Yes. And I'm always doing I've tried to do giveaway projects for YouTube meetups. So yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Alright,
Josh is.
Neal, she'll have to interview again next time, so you get to talk.
Neil and Rick can do the next ones, right?
Yeah, hey, that's a good idea. They could do that.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, guys, we're going to jump off here. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Because like I said, Rick is looking at retiring next year. So
Yep,
we are going to try and build up the YouTube channel to make a little bit of a dent in the income. I am going to start doing new stuff for our members, like our top 2-tier members. I'm thinking about doing like one-on-ones like this, where it's just us, not broadcasted, so we can just hang out and chat. So I'm trying to find new things to do to help for you all, to see what betters for you all. And so, yeah, if y'all have any suggestions or any ideas, let me know. And yeah, you never know. One day you may see a meetup coming soon. We may say, hey, we're going to be in this area or whatever, you know. So, but guys, again, thank you all for being here in the chat and hanging out with us.
Thanks for having us.
And
Beth and Neal, thanks y'all for coming to see us.
You all have got a place in our heart. You know that for sure. And we will get together. And more importantly, now you've got our phone number. So, and so, but anyway, guys, we're going to jump off of here, and you all have a great night. Have a blessed rest of the week. Go out and do something important for you. Go out and make you feel better. Treat yourself. And my muddy mess, I love you. And
thanks for the gift.
Yeah, no Josh. Oh, I thought you said Josh said thanks for the gift. Oh, Rick was thanking you all for the gift. I thought Josh was trying to steal it.
Oh, my pleasure. I love to give when I can. I wish I could give more.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, I love each and every one of you. We'll see you on the streets of YouTube all this week. And I'll try to be dropping some more shorts. God, Bella just almost fell off the table. And if nothing else, we'll see you all right back here again this time next week for another hangout at the Crazy House. So, all right, guys. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Night, Beth and Neal.